Alright guys, so welcome back again. So today is day 40 of the 100 Days of DevOps series. So we completed day 39 yesterday, so today is day 40. So the lab title is Docker EXEC operations. Alright, if we get ready, I will try to do it together. Now I will click the start button. So what does it mean EXEC operations? You can simply think of like this diagram. So in the Docker we have Docker host machine. So within the Docker host machine, we will run the Docker container, many containers, but in one container we are running an application, main app process, but that container is still running. But we wanna trying to order something, we wanna give an instruction for that running container, so we will have to use terminal, external terminal. So user send the output, user send that input to this running container. So we will run this. For example, we will run this command: docker exec -it container bash to this container, running container. But this running container is still running, unaffected. You understand what I mean right here? There's no effect on this running container, but this sending you shell process will be executed within this container, and then this running container will give the output to this user. User is external user. He will send the request, or he will make it run, he will make it execute this new container bash script to this running container, but it is not affected to this running container. There's no changes, but after execution this new EXEC operation, the container will send back this new output to this terminal, to this user. Alright, so I think you will understand what I mean right here. So we will go back here. So one of the Natalis DevOps 10 members was working to configure services on a kkloud container that is running on App Server 3. So this is a Docker container. This container is running on App Server 3 in Stratos data center. Due to some personal work, he is on PTO for the rest of the week, but we need to finish his pending work ASAP. So please complete the remaining work as per details given below. So the first thing, we had to install Apache 2 in kkloud container using apt, that is running on App Server 3. So we will go to the App Server 3. Yeah, we go there. So SSH banner, username is banner, and host name is stapp03. I will say yes. So password is this one, right? So I will paste the password right there. Alright, so let me check the Docker container list. So you will see the kkloud container is on the App Server 3. So within the container, we had to use apt to install the container. So alright, so we were trying to know the command line. So let me find like this. So how to install? Actually, you can use sudo, sudo install Apache, sudo apt install Apache, something like that. So here we need to go to the App Server 3, and we need to access the container shell. So we will run this command, right? Because we have to access the container shell to open the indirect terminal inside the running container, running kkloud container. So I will run this docker exec. I already told you that here, because this is a running container, but we want to give an instructions or a statement to do something else. So we have to try to enter this running container in the edit terminal. So we will run this exec execution. So I will run this. So now we are within the container, kkloud container, and we can run this command to install the Apache 2 service package. So I will run this. So, and after that, we're gonna have to start the Apache service to ensure it is actively working inside the container. So we're gonna start to launch the Apache 2 service. So service Apache 2 start. Yeah, so we did it. So we verified the status of the Apache 2 service. So here I will run this. So Apache 2 service is running right now. So okay, so we finished for the first requirement, and then we will keep going for the second requirement. So second requirement is we have to configure to listen on port 8089 instead of the 4 HTTP ports. So do not bind it to listen on specific IP or hostname only, i.e. it should listening on localhost 127.0.0.1 container IP. Alright, so we will configure the listening port. So I will ask here, so how to configure like that. So here you can update the listening port using this configuration file. So we instruct the Apache to bind to the new port. So I will run this command. Oh. Wait. VI is not command found, so we have an error. I think so. We can use this command because we cannot use VI. Maybe VI package is not installed on the container. So I will run this to directly change the port number. So I will run that. Yeah. So and then we can verify. And here the update the virtual host. So let me read this file, this configuration file. So let me read this. So listening port 8089. Yeah, that's correct. We don't need to change for this stuff here. And virtual host, we don't need to do that. Alright, so let me restart the Apache 2 service. So alright, let me check that. So okay, so and then we will restart and verify. Let me verify this Apache 2 service status. Oh god, that's command not found. So I will run this service Apache 2 service status. Alright, so the Apache 2 service is actively running. Yeah, we did it, right? So we configure the port number instead of default HTTP port, we change into 8089. So do not bind it to listen on specific ID hostname only. So we don't bind it for these things. So alright. And make sure Apache service is up and running inside the container. Yeah, Apache service is up and running right here. And key the container is running state at the end. Yeah, so let me check that. Yeah, container is stated. Let me exit. So docker ps. Yeah, the container is running right here. Status off. So let me check that and find a state and click confirm. Yeah, so that's it. Alright, I will start here and click yes, no issue faced, and submit. Collect 50 coins. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next coming video.